Oh, I have to change my background.
I mean, it's up to you. Hey, Austin, guess what?
What?
We're live streaming.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I didn't say a naughty word.
Yeah, that's why I try to get ahead of you a little bit. Hmm.
Yeah.
It's 1 in the morning right now, and Austin and I just finished a stream earlier. We had to watch end of how you pronounce that again? Because now I'm all self conscious
Uh,
about it.
Evangelion.
Right. Yeah, that. And we've been talking since then. And I was gonna leave and go get a rewind shot, and I need to do that. And I guess I'm gonna do it tomorrow now because we were just chatting, and it's like, oh, it's a little late anyway. To be honest with you, I don't know that I was gonna get that done tonight, but I was, but we were talking and having a good time, and then it got really silly. And then Austin was like, "What if we just started live streaming?" And I was like, "Yeah, we shouldn't do that." And then I was like, "No, I really, not now. I think we should do that because we're here anyway." So I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this for a few minutes, and it's not about anything in particular. And if you happen to be around, you can talk to us, and we'll just we're just being silly and hanging out. There's no point to this stream whatsoever. This will go on Patreon afterwards. I'm not even gonna keep this live. So thanks
Y-
for being here.
Yeah, and hold on, I'm getting a new back. Oh, it's so small.
Evangelion. Thanks, Busted Sim. And see, like I know that, but then I got made fun of for saying it wrong, and then I wasn't confident. I wasn't trusting it.
I'll just it. I don't trust that way. That's what I say.
Hey, Mr. Cool, did you know that it's not 3 a.m. everywhere in the world?
That
He's like,
that's
it's
not true. I don't believe that.
you don't believe that? He's like, it's not even 3 a.m. where you are.
Oh, you're right.
he goes, it's 3 a.m. What are you still doing up? Well, it's 1 a.m. here, and the answer is I'm hanging out with my buddy Austin. 'Cause
Yeah.
we haven't
We're
gotten to.
making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and we're homebound. I don't know.
What is that background?
It's I'm still standing.
Oh.
Because don't you know, we're still standing.
So you guys want to know what we were talking about when the idea of just streaming for no reason again came up? The topic, the riveting topic of conversation was toast.
Yeah, we talked about toast for like 20 minutes after that show ended.
Well, can I backtrack? And because I actually remember how we got there, surprisingly. Do you remember? Do you remember how we got to toast?
Yes, it was through pancakes.
No,
'Cause
but even
no.
pre-pancakes, it starts with how the day ghost got his name. You see, it
That led
all
to Oh,
it
fourth
it all goes
meal.
fourth meal ghost. See, it all goes back to that.
Okay. See,
Hmm.
everybody listening, they're like, what are they
What are
talking
they talking
about?
about? Yeah.
Like I said, you should have called the stream lightly toasted.
Yeah, maybe we should have, but I mean, I can change it if you really want me to. But so
No,
so
it's all good. It reminds me of Elton John. I like it. I like it.
so the whole thing was Austin was telling me how he came up with his the day ghost name, and it was a thing that he came up with when he was like writing stories, right, when you were younger.
Yeah, writing comics. Yeah.
And he was just trying to come up with a superhero name, and he was like, "Oh, the Spirit movie stole mine."
Yeah, well, and it's funny too, because when that happened, I was like, whatever, I'll just keep calling him the Spirit because no one's gonna remember that movie anyways. And then I learned that that was like a thing.
Yeah, a really early comics thing is Will Eisner. He's kind of a thing.
Yeah,
He's kind of
I was
important.
I was 11. It's not my fault.
Which is nuts because I was already in college and dating my wife. And no, what am I talking
Yeah.
about? The Spirit. I was, yeah, that was like the end of college. I was well on my way to getting married.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. So I was like, Spirit. What's close to Spirit? Ghost.
Ghost.
And
It's in
then
fact a
when
synonym.
exactly, it worked. It was so good. And then I did like a storyline where all the criminals are coming out. Again, I'm 11 when I'm writing this. Just
You're 11 now. Whatever. Move on. Move
Yeah.
on.
So all the criminals, they don't come out at night anymore. They come out during the day. And Ghost he was just clearly just Batman. And he's like, "Oh, I can't fight criminals anymore. They're all out in the day, but I can't wear my costume during the day because it's like designed to scare people at night. So I need like a new persona." And then he became the Day Ghost.
And then I was like, wouldn't it be amusing if you just came up with a bunch of other like times of day to give Ghost to? It was like the mid-afternoon Ghost. And then I came up with what I thought was the best possible one, which is the fourth meal Ghost, where you're a ghost that gets up at 3 in the morning having a hankering for Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's my life.
Ghost. Really? You just added
In
a
an
Taco
hour,
Bell?
I'll be getting some toast.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh well, if not Taco Bell, because he was like, I don't like Taco Bell. If not Taco Bell, then it'd be like, you get up really early in the morning because you got a hankering for pancakes, and then he said something about toast, and then I was like, because you're toasted. And then somebody in the comments just now was like, are you guys lightly toasted?
No, but that was part of the double entendre why I was like, if we start streaming, we should just call it Lightly Toasted.
Maybe I should call it that. But then everybody's just going to assume that we're plastered.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a beer, okay, which I was drinking all the way through that commentary. So this is like, I'm still nursing this. It's like 2.5 hours old.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't drink. I do chicken nugs, not drugs.
Nugs? Dude, why do we have to shorten every friggin' thing? Nug. My son and I make fun of the nug thing all the time. Nug with 2 G's. Nugs.
Okay, can I tell you the story about how I went to McDonald's the other day? So I went out filming videos 2 weekends ago, and I was getting home at 2 in the morning. And I was like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to go to McDonald's, just like your fourth meal thing.
Yeah.
Except I was already awake.
And you didn't want toast. You weren't going to get toast at McDonald's. Who goes to McDonald's for toast?
Yeah, exactly. So I go up to like the thing, and I'm like, oh, they have spicy chicken nuggets now. I'll get some of these.
They are all about spicy chicken at McDonald's now. It's like they listened to complaints for 30 years, where's your spicy chicken? And they just went, oh, you want spicy chicken? We can make that happen. The whole friggin' menu is spicy chicken now.
Well, that was the people who worked there. So I was like, can I have the spicy chicken nuggets? And they're like, how spicy you want it, man? And I was like, I think it was like, we got extreme spicy, we got regular. What do you want? And I was like, oh, regular, I guess. I don't know. And they're like, okay, what sauce you want? You want spicy sauce? And I was like, yeah. How spicy you want that sauce? I was like, regular. It's like, come up to the window. So I come up to the window, and the guy there, he's just like, it's 2 in the morning, man. I gotta entertain myself. And then I pay, and he walks away, and a different guy walks up with the bag of food, and he leans out the window, and he goes, are you sure the spice is gonna be okay for you, man? If it's too much, if you don't think you're gonna survive it, just come back, man. It's like... This is the last time I come here.
Why do they sound like drug lords?
Because I live in a meth town.
Well, that's unfortunate.
They probably were on meth.
No.
I don't know.
I just love how they're at McDonald's and they're talking about it like they got ghost peppers or something. Like, it can't, there's no way it could be, like, the spiciest thing there could be all that. I'd be like, excuse me, I have a question. It's not going to be like when you get Diablo sauce at Taco Bell, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, no, they don't even have, like, different levels of spicy, though. They were just messing with me.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I didn't think they did.
No, they were just on drugs. I don't know.
But yeah, so, like...
It was a very weird experience.
See, that's why you shouldn't go anywhere at 2 in the morning. The toast thing was great because Austin was like... He got into this crazy voice. I can't remember what exactly he did.
Oh, where I was like, I can't say it because of the profanity, but it was like,
yeah.
What was it? It was like, I don't know. It was like,
you're like, I gotta get me some lightly
Yeah, it's like,
toasted
I gotta get me
bread.
some lightly toasted bread.
I'm living on the edge. I got some lightly toasted bread.
It's so light, still doughy in the middle.
Matthew Base, they have meth in Canada?
Apparently, I think they like take beavers and they squeeze the meth out of them. That's how that works, right? I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
think they would have as much there as in some other places, but I mean, I'm sure that's a problem in most countries, right?
Yeah, well, like I said, I live in a meth town. It's like you walk down the street and there's just like all these meth people walking around, like just stumbling around, like this is a thing. I don't know.
They're turning people into zombies? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, they're meth zombies, and they walk
Oh.
around. They're like, "You want some meth, man?" And I'm like, "No, thank
I
you."
want to take everybody back for a second to
To the past.
yes, back to the past
Meth
to,
that suck.
to play those
Math.
sucky games that suck. Yeah. So over a decade ago, I'm making YouTube videos, and they can only be 10 minutes at a time.
Oh God, I
And
remember those days.
and just imagine like how much information and character and stuff that you'd have to shove into a 10-minute video, especially if you're shooting off the cuff. I don't even get a video started in 10 minutes at this point. And I'm just looking at the time right now of how long we've been broadcasting. We are over already that 10-minute mark. Like, think of how little we've gotten accomplished.
No, this is gonna turn into an old school Eric chat thing on his channel. It's like chat part 45.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys know how he did those chats, but he had an old Skype recorder that only recorded 10 minutes at a time. 10 or 15, I can't remember.
That makes so much sense because it would be like, hold on, we gotta stop, and then you would start the next part, and it would be like in the middle of a conversation.
Yep, because people just keep talking. And so he wasn't taking... Well, and part of this is because, I mean, I don't want to speak out of school, and I'm not calling Eric lazy or anything. There's a reason he did this, but like Eric, I don't think even if he could have recorded it in long blocks and broken it up, he would have, because he hated the sound of his own voice, and he wouldn't go back and listen to videos.
That.
So Eric probably never once went back and listened to any of his videos. He didn't know what any of his stuff sounded like, and that would drive me crazy, man. But also I was making things more like as a product than he was. He was just chatting with people about comics and stuff, right? So Eric would and I mean, I think he was making a good product, but to him that's not what it was. He never wanted to turn this into a career or anything. But like, he couldn't stand the sound of his own voice, so I think he still would have broken it up into... He would have stopped every 10 minutes like that. But yeah, you'd be making those chats with him. He'd be like, "Oh, stop everything!" And then they hit the thing, and and then he'd start again. And it was... Yeah. Those were the days, man. Back when I was recording Superhero Rewind on a flip Mino camera, I didn't have a microphone, and I would take my my little flip Mino camera, and I would turn it down on my desk, so I would because it didn't have, you couldn't just record audio with it. Of course, it was a video camera, and I didn't have any other way to record audio, so I wouldn't record video because it was just supposed to be an audio show rewind, right? So those early rewinds with the really crappy audio quality, it's because it was on that. And so I would just be recording a black screen, recording into the recorder where the microphone was just turned up. And that's how I shot those early ones. And then after that, I got a really crappy headset. And the audio on those was even worse.
I've definitely made videos like that. That or it is recording like video and it's just a close up of my jaw.
Well, welcome to everybody in the comments that's here to waste time with us. We got that guy. Yeah, that guy. Don't recognize that name.
Guy, that guy.
Canadians do their meth with syrup, he says. How can you even discuss Canadian meth and nugs in only 10 minutes?
Just nugs. That's just such a weird thing. I don't know.
Hi, David22. It's been a while, I think, since I've seen him. It's fun to occasionally just shoot at a random time of day that you don't usually shoot, because folks will come out of the woodwork that don't have, Thursday nights open to come in for your regular live show.
Yeah, like that guy.
Like that guy, David22. Day Ghost, you could become Meth Town Batman.
Okay, legitimately though, the town I used to live in, the city I used to live in, outside
Had a
Toronto,
vigilante?
they had a Batman. I can send you a picture, and if you can like screen share or whatever, you can.
But did he actually do Batman things, or did he just go to children's birthday parties?
He just like drove around town and was Batman.
Oh.
Here,
did
let me
he
see.
thwart any bank robberies?
I don't know, but he certainly thwarted my heart. I don't know.
I don't even know what that means. We're not getting Austin's wittiest at 1:15 in the morning, I don't think. Hello,
No.
Spider Fan. That's a name I don't recognize, and he says he's been a fan since 2010. Really nice of you to stick around. I never understand that when people say that they've been watching us for since the beginning or for over a decade. I don't think there's any YouTube channel that I was watching back then that I'm still looking at very often. Like it just astounds me when folks have stuck with us that long, and makes me happy. And
I mean, Geekvolution was the very first channel I ever found.
wow.
That like I started watching. That's what's like so surreal. Even like now, like there'll be moments where I'm like, I gotta get ready for like this Geekvolution video, and then I just stop and I'm like, that's so weird to even say out loud.
Yeah, you've made it to the big time now, Austin.
I made it in the pictures.
Stop sucking your lemon.
But I like it.
That guy used to be that psycho reviewer. I remember you.
I recognize that name.
Yeah. Chewbacca's Lover is 2:14 for me. See, it's not 3 o'clock everywhere.
Oh, we have the same.
Are you sending me photos? What the heck is happening?
This is Brampton Batman.
Oh. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Is he just posing with that cop, or is he getting arrested?
A little bit of both.
He got pulled. His '89 Batmobile got pulled over, and that guy's like, "Yeah, I'm the Batman police. You're wearing the wrong outfit."
That's his Gordon.
That's his Gordon. That's a young Gordon.
They just meet on the street because that's where crime happens.
Oh, thanks for the kind words, guys. I really appreciate it.
You've been watching since 2001.
Yeah, that's not even possible. There was no YouTube.
No, the fact that there was no Geekvolution is the worst thing about 2001. I will. Yeah.
I can think of some other things.
I can't.
Wow! Chewbacca's Lover, do you remember Marvel Misfire videos you did with Eric? Yes, I do.
I remember that, yeah.
I sure do. Spider-Fan, I used to listen to the Geekvolution radio hour, too. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Krypton Radio. We had a radio show. It was internet radio. It was a lot of fun trying that kind of thing. I wasn't great at it. I don't think. I'm too long-winded. I don't have that radio thing. I used to do a lot of stuff with Aaron Dicer, and he's a professional radio DJ, and or as a morning show and stuff, or did. He does some other things now, but I think he's still on radio. And anyway, like he could get so much material in like 2 minutes or a minute and a half because you learn to think that way between ad breaks and stuff. God, I've never been good at that. I have not figured out how to do that. And I mean, I guess if I had to, do it professionally and do it for a long time, I'd figure it out. But the radio show thing I found kind of difficult. And I could never get as much in about something as I wanted to, and it frustrated me, it drove me crazy. I do not like time limitations. It drives me crazy.
See, if I were on radio, it would be like, Austin, you got 2 minutes until, I don't know, the song Pour Some Sugar on Me starts playing. Like, come up with something to say. And I'm like, oh, God, I don't have 2 minutes of material. Hi, everybody, this is the Day Ghost in the Morning, and today we're going to be talking about toast. What kind of toast are you eating today?
I can tell you mine's lightly toasted.
Sometimes my toast is so light and I like to sprinkle a little sugar on it. Here comes, pour some sugar on me. This is the Dagust in the morning.
That's
Right?
awesome. Uh, that's really funny. My wife came up with the greatest pun of all time, having to do with toast. The morning after Jason was born, so we're in the hospital. I don't know if she's just delirious or
That's the only time you talk about toast.
she goes. I don't even remember like if there was a setup or a punchline or whatever. But the pun was coma toast.
Well, if I ever go into a coma, I want it to be said, this ghost is comatose.
This ghost is coma toast. Isn't it? It's indisputably the best pun ever. And my wife has that punny sensibility. She never lets up on that. And that's not, but like that's so clever to me. It's not even like dad joke territory. It's just solid. Like
No, that's great. She just needs to like learn how to stretch a pun out for 7 minutes to get the full like Norm Macdonald joke.
Schmuck's Lover just said doing a Norm Macdonald impression.
Conan the other day, after Norm died, had like a whole thing where he was talking about. Do you remember the moth joke? The moth flies into a podiatrist's office.
I don't remember.
So Norm did like a segment on Conan, and then when he got there, they were like, "Hey, we need you to do the next segment. Like, would you be okay with that?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got no material though. Like, how long do I have?" And they're like, "You got 7 minutes." And he's like, "Well, I have this 20-second joke that I remember somebody telling me, which is a moth flies into a podiatrist's office. The podiatrist says like, 'What are you doing here?' And he's like, 'Oh, like I'm very depressed.' The podiatrist says, 'Why don't you go see a psychiatrist then?' And the moth says, 'The light was on.'" And that was just his joke, and he stretched that out. He made it up on the spot, and he stretched it out to 7 minutes, and it's so much better.
And that's not the only time he's done that, because he did it with
No,
another thing on an episode of Conan. And I don't remember what the joke was now, but it was like,
he has a lot of
and it
those.
was worse because it was like a really obvious one that you've heard 100,000 times, but you didn't know where it was going. He had this whole kind of anti-humor thing where it was like it was funny because it wasn't funny. Norm Macdonald has a show. I loved the joke segments where he would have people like fish out a joke he wrote and threw in a hat, and he would make people read unfunny jokes.
One of the best ones is like from the YouTube version of it, where
You
he's
blew
got
my mind, by the way, on that. I didn't know that he was doing that very format already on YouTube. I've got to go back and watch some of those.
yeah, and he's got Gilbert Godfrey on, and he like
Oh, that's
hands
great.
Gilbert Godfrey his card, and Gilbert's just like, "I remember when the worst thing you heard on the news was about planes flying into buildings." And Norm's like, "Whoa, Gilbert, you're gonna get into trouble." It's great.
Which is funny because he got, in case you don't
Because
know,
of the tsunami thing.
he got fired from things because of that.
Yeah, the Affleck duck.
Mm-hmm. The Ben Affleck dog.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's great.
Well, hi folks. David22, $2 super chat. What would kryptonite meth be like on Smallville? They never went quite to a meth place, but there is at least one episode where kryptonite is used kind of like a drug. I'm trying to remember if anybody like shot up on meth or on kryptonite or inhaled it like that. I know there was an episode in season 2 with a kryptonite inhaler that gave you super strength. That's the closest thing I can think of. And then, of course, there's the first season kryptonite tattoo that let you walk through walls. Uh, but yeah, I don't think we ever straight up had people addicted to kryptonite. Maybe we did, and I'm just not remembering it because I mean I'm rusty. I haven't watched through that show in a long time.
Oh, okay. So speaking of CW, so I watched a video about Riverdale the other day, and that show is so much crazier than I thought it
And I
was.
thought we were wasting our time right now.
No, because Riverdale's awesome. Uh, okay, so it's like in like one season, Veronica, she finds out her like stepbrother is a serial killer, and then she has like another brother that's in the FBI, and he comes in, and then it turns out he's a serial killer, and then he's in love with the stepbrother, and then it turns out her dad is a serial killer, and then in another season, there's like two separate cults that take over the town and stuff, and one of them's led by a giant gargoyle man and
What?
like yeah, no, he's like this, he's got like wings and stuff, and he creates a D&D game that like enslaves people, and the other one's like a more religious cult, and they all like rapture out of existence at the end of their storyline. And Archie goes to prison, and they put him into like an underground fight club, and then he fights Betty's dad for control of the city in the fight club.
Well,
And they
that's
get
just a Gotham episode.
Yeah, and the show introduces zombies, aliens, and mole people throughout the show. Like that show is insane. And season one is just like a teen drama.
But see that the CW very often will jump the shark real hard very quickly because you'll run out of steam for whatever the original premise was. And then it's like, well, we better do every genre idea under the sun now.
Well, yeah, and apparently Riverdale was created by a guy who made a gay Archie musical, and the Archie company like sent him a cease and desist. And then later on, he got to work for Archie, where he made an Archie versus Zombies comic, and then he
Oh,
got
that's
to
who
make
made that? Okay.
Riverdale.
And then he's the guy that made Riverdale?
Yeah,
Wow. Talk about failing upward.
right?
That's bizarre.
Yeah, what other thing can you think of where it's like a company's like, "Hey, don't do that," and then hires them later?
It
Like
doesn't
that's
happen a
insane.
lot. I mean, there's you've had things where somebody makes a fan film and they end up being the person hired to professionally make a thing later, like the Mortal Kombat guy and stuff like that. And there's
Oh,
a
true, yeah.
yeah, and then there's a guy, I can't remember if he was just writing fan fiction or what, but the guy who wrote Forever Red for Power Rangers was just like a Power Rangers fanboy who got to write that episode. And that's and he had some cool ideas that didn't make it into that honestly would have been kind of fanficky, but it's Power Rangers. Um, but that's like one of, if not the most beloved episode of that show now, and it was just like some fan got to come in and write that. Dan
Dagon
Spear,
Spear. Oh, yeah, you just I was about
have
to read
you,
that.
Cap? Have you seen? It's weird. Our eyes go dark to exactly the same thing. Have you seen Stargirl? I saw the pilot and was not super impressed. I was intrigued. I thought it had potential, but I wasn't totally sure about the lead actress. And it wasn't really my thing. But I thought I might watch more, and I just hadn't gotten around to it. And then it moved to CW, and now I don't care as much. But I hear great things
Oh,
about
I
that
didn't know
first
that.
season. So I might, yeah, everything, you either get canceled or you live long enough to see yourself become a CW show.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I might watch that eventually. But I have not gotten
It
back to it.
Cap did tell me that it has the greatest trope of all time, which is the like sad version of a happy song, and it's for
For
Mbop.
Mbop in the first
That's
5 minutes of the show.
because like I love that trend. Ironically, I hate that trend. It's awful. But
Yeah.
I love how it's always just like you take a happy song and then it's just like for example for Mbop it would be like Mbop do da
It's called
ba
a lyrical version.
ba. Yeah, and it's just like, and it's every single version. Like every time something does that, you just take a song, you just do that to it. It is so bad. That needs to stop.
At the risk of getting copyright flagged. I want to play you something. I'm not gonna play you that. I'm gonna play you something else. Here, I gotta set this up so that Austin can hear this. Hang on. I found this just the other day. I can't believe this came up. This is relevant now. How do I do that thing, Austin?
What thing?
The thing where I can share the audio. I'm not remembering. It's late and I'm forgetting how anything works.
Oh.
You're supposed to know everything.
Just punch it until it works. That's how I do things.
Oh. Okay. No, it should be like in the actual call. I don't want to do this if you can't hear it. But there's a way to I just can't remember. There's a way to set it up so that you can hear the. Well, and we did it a bunch of times for shows, and I just can't remember where it is.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah. Oh, subject is watching Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I've never actually seen all of that.
Oh, Bride of Frankenstein is wonderful. That and Invisible Man are so far, because I've been going through all of them. I have a set of 30 of those movies, and that and Invisible Man are my two favorite that I've seen so far.
No way,
They're
that's
both
just noise
awesome.
cancellation. Okay, well that's not helpful. Anyway, man. Okay, well I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, Austin. Here, I'm just gonna send you this, and you could listen to it on your end.
Okay.
How about that?
Well, I can put it on my phone too, so I can. What's it called?
I'm gonna send it to you.
I know where you got it because I sent it to you.
I sent it to your Discord.
Oh, okay, this is the sad bop.
No, it's not. It's even better than that. Okay, tell me when you start playing it.
Well, I clicked on it.
It'll be like
it started
commentary.
playing. I got 7 seconds
Okay,
into it.
it'll be like
I'm on it now.
It'll be like a commentary. Hold on. I gotta change my audio settings.
Austin, did you
There we
catch
go,
my
there we go.
4th C question? What? Oh, what does that mean? Oh, let me scroll back. Let me see. Okay. Cap, I'm also not moderating. That's what you mean?
He's not the moderator. We're just talking. We're just hanging out.
Cap, how do you feel about the 4th C of lazy storytelling being condensation? Also,
Condensation. No, condescension. I think
no condescension.
have we not tackled this already? He's asked that a bunch of times, and if it hasn't come up finally on the Captain Logan show, you can try to ask it next Thursday. But yeah, I've seen that question a bunch of times now. Anyway, this thing is hilarious.
Wait, did you start it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll start it.
I apologize.
Your audio got all weird. That's why I was like.
It's because it's been playing.
Okay. Okay, I have it ready. So just tell me when to start.
Oh,
I'm at timestamp 0.
I've been playing it.
Okay, well I'll just play it now.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's all good.
This whole thing did not work out.
Well, you just played it.
Yeah, I know, because I forgot to tell you to start.
We've done a million commentaries together.
It was different. I've fallen down this rabbit hole of bluegrass covers of famous songs.
Yeah.
And some of them are wonderful, and this one is just hilarious and silly. I just can't even believe this even exists.
Really, Kyrie? And the only one's there. I could be a bluegrass musician, honestly.
No, you can't. No.
When I was a kid, I thought I was in a band, and I would play a tennis racket like a guitar and be like, "Look how cool I am."
That guy. I think we need to do happy versions of sad songs.
Okay, my dad has the
I
CD.
didn't, Busted Sim. I totally messed that whole thing up. I'm sorry. This was a horrible idea. We shouldn't have started broadcasting because I'm exhausted and I need to go to bed. And I was just having too much fun hanging out with Austin.
My dad has the CD that is happy songs sung by angry people, where it'll be like, I don't know, throw me out like a happy song, and I'll do an impression of what this sounds like.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Don't worry, be happy?
I'm trying to think of how that goes. Like, I don't know, it'll be like, don't worry, be happy. And it's just like, why is this guy so angry? Like, the lyrics are happy.
Some almost like reverse psychology stuff. Like,
Don't pop the gun. You got like some hardcore electric guitar going.
raindrops are falling on my head.
They keep falling. What are we doing with our lives?
I don't know. This is a complete waste of everybody's time. That guy, Cat, the chaotic nature of this stream is fun. Well, we got one.
We got one to enjoy a picture. It's automatic.
Stop sucking your lemon. Stop it.
I'm addicted to it now. I'm just gonna go around doing that.
Hey, guess
My
who?
mom's like addicted to lemons. She'll get like a
She's
glass.
addicted to lemons?
Yeah, so she will get a glass. She will cut up 2 whole lemons, shove them into the glass, and then shove like 16 ice cubes on top of the lemons, and will like have to push it down. And like she will make 2 lemons squish down to be like this big in the glass. And then she'll open up a can of Coke, and it'll pour like 1 drop, and the entire glass will fill because it's so full of lemon and ice. And then she'll just drink that. And
How's
it's so
anybody
weird.
that into lemons?
I don't know, but she will buy like 18 lemons like a week. I don't get it.
Somebody
Hardcore,
asked.
but
Bob the Hun was like, "I've never seen Smallville, but since I've gotten older, I've heard it sucks. I think it's more complicated than it sucks, but it definitely often sucks."
Oh, Busted Sim, I also want to hear a happy, upbeat version of Last Kiss by Pearl Jam. That'd be awesome. I kissed her, our last kiss.
I want to hear the slow, overly emotional, taking itself too seriously lyrical version of the Smallville theme of "Somebody Save Me."
Somebody save me. Because that's how they all go. They all just do it like that. It's the formula. You can name any song, and it's just that's how it goes. Like, do you think we'll get that for Ghostbusters and Afterlife, where it'll be like, I don't know, Peter Venkman sacrifices his life?
Call.
Yeah, I'm like, Boston makes me feel good. Dun, 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 dun.
Earlier today, Brandon, because we're in the middle of the Midwest, and Brandon was like, "Hey, if we had an earthquake, and we had like a tiny one a decade ago, and I was out of town for it, drove me crazy. Like first time my whole life we've had an earthquake here, and I wasn't here for it. I was like, come on." But Brandon was like, if we had an earthquake, who would you call? And I just looked at him and I was like, Quake Busters?
Are those the people that come and they beat up the main characters of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Yeah, I had that thought. Yep. No, they just fixed the tectonic plates.
They shoot lasers at the tectonic plates. Matthew Bass, have you seen 2020 Invisible Man? Yes, and if you give me a second, I will pull up.
I'm going to assume you hated it.
No, I like that movie
Oh, you
quite a
did? Okay.
bit. It
Sorry.
is my
Stab in the
number
dark.
three.
If I just assume you hate a thing, I'm usually gonna be right about it.
Oh, Cap. It is my third favorite film of 2020.
Is it
Looking at my
really?
letterbox. Yeah,
I'm just giving you crap. I just know that people are constantly taking pot shots at you, going, Austin hates everything.
you got an acid tongue, Cap.
I don't actually think you hate everything. I just think most things that come out now are not great.
That is true. That movie is really good, though.
I should finally watch it. I heard really mixed things on it.
That's fair, yeah. It's like I don't know.
Subject said I'm not wrong.
Whatever. Go suck your lemon, subject.
But suck it like Austin does, where he's pretending like he's smoking a cigarette. That's how he sucks a lemon. Or maybe he's just kissing his fingers. I don't know.
I sucked it so hard I don't have fingerprints anymore.
Hmm?
I don't know.
Spider fan, no. I've not read that. He says, have you read Rob Liefeld's Glory, written by Joe Duffy? And no, I've not. I don't know anything about that.
When are we gonna get the Youngbloods movie, guys?
And could it be as incoherent as the early Youngbloods comics? Because that's what I would want. I would want it to just be.
Yeah. Okay. Let's cast the Youngbloods right now. Let's cast them.
I don't do the fan casting thing. Like, I just don't.
No, I know, but let's just what is our like most cynical like Hollywood like we have to make a Youngbloods movie.
I don't even know those characters, dude.
Okay, so main character.
I'd have to look them up.
You got to be Chris Pratt.
If he can be Mario now, he's everything.
Yeah. Bad Rock or whatever, the big guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're remembering more about this property than I am.
That's Kevin James.
See, you're a lot better at this than me. And by better at it, I mean you're remembering names of actors right now.
Well, and also on the Patreon Discord, whenever we get into live calls, we typically get into just like rambling about fan castings as jokes, where it's like, just cast this property in a way that would be awful.
I'm not good at that. There was a whole section of Wizard when that magazine was still around, devoted to that.
Oh, when you said wizard, I thought you meant, like California. The wizard.
Okay, well, the way you said that, yes, I know the way, but I'm imagining the kid from the Wizard now doing a boring, slow, lyrical song, like California Dreamin'. Or maybe
California song.
Maybe it's a version of Red Hot Chili Peppers' "Danny California," or
that too, yeah. Black bandana, sweet Louisiana, robbing on a bank in the state of Indiana.
When September. Spetty Viskew, $5 super chat. I know you don't overall love the movie, but if you made your top 10 superhero opening credits now, would Black Widow make it? It would be close, if not in there. It is really cool. And then it all goes downhill from there.
I don't know what my favorite superhero openings are.
I mean, I had to go back and look at the rewind to tell you all of the ones I made in that. Do you remember that video? I kind of forgot I'd done that. But yeah,
all I remember is the Watchmen.
Watchmen's one in there, of course. Yeah, because it's great.
And, yeah, my dad's cousin's in that.
Oh, so. Yeah, you told me about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buzz Sim, I did hear about the Babylon 5 remake coming to CW, and I talked about it last night on the Captain Logan show. Chewbacca's Lover, I can't find the Discord. Austin, could you put the link to the public Discord?
Yeah, you're going to have to, I guarantee it'll...
Or do I have to do it?
No, I can probably do it, but you'll probably have to be like... It'll probably like censor my comment. You'll probably just have to uncensor it.
Because I always have a hard time finding the links in the desktop version of Discord. It's set up way better in the app.
I'm going to do this on my phone because my computer is updating Discord now, apparently.
Well, that's unfortunate. And then Dagan
Evan,
Spear, or Dagan Spear, sorry, Chewbacca's Lover. Then we've got the Patreon Discord, which $5 and up patrons have access to. And if you are a $5 patron or want to do that, you can send me a message and I will send you the link to that as well.
I just posted it. I don't know if it's probably censored.
It's not even popping up yet on my end. Maybe it's doubly censored. It's like double red alert.
Yeah, I just sent spam. You don't want to click my deadly links.
Oh, Dagan Spear, I totally agree with you. That's what sucks about it. He says, I think the opening credits of Black Widow borderline tricks you into thinking it's going to be a more dark and spy-type movie than it is. Yeah, I mean, the flavor of that movie should have been that intro. And I thought...
Yeah, if you can see that and not my comment, then my comment's just not showing, because that was under mine.
Okay. Send it to me, would you? And then I'll put it in there.
Oh, he says he's a Partron.
He's a Partron. Okay, Chewbacca's Lover, I will try to send you the link to the Patreon Discord to your Partron. Actually, I can just go ahead and pull that up and do that right now. Hold on.
I also just sent you.
You sound like a Transformer. He's Partron the Transformer.
Autobots, get ready. It's Partron. Everybody, throw in your favorite Transformer.
I was going to ask you what your favorite Transformer is.
I feel like I have a very basic one because it's Grimlock.
Watch out, Partron! He's coming at you with all of his Patreons. Partron's got a bunch of Patreons.
He's got his Patreon cubes. Get back.
He's very patriotic.
The only thing he likes more than Megatron is the American flag. Get back.
Well, Dan just saw Venom 2, and he says it's just more of that first movie, and it's insane. And so it's just what we thought, Austin.
I hope it's worse than that, because I think I'm like the only person that doesn't think Venom 1 is like funny bad.
Well, that's unfortunate. Then you'll probably hate this because he says it's really fun in the same way he thought the first one was. But
well, for me, it's like Venom 1 is funny, but there's like 5 minutes of it that are funny, and the rest of it's just really boring. So it's like, yeah. So if it's more of that, like of those 5 minutes, then that's cool.
But Busted Sim talking about what we were talking about last night. Well, I wasn't there, Cap. I had a life yesterday, apparently. Yeah, but it's pre-recorded. Like it's in there. I wish I had time right now to do timestamps, so you can jump around. I've been considering trying to find somebody to help me put those together and get that whole thing going again. But yeah.
If you join the $5 tier on Patreon, we will get timestamps for every show.
Stop that. That is not a thing we're doing. Quit it.
Stop announcing things.
God, that's a way to get fired.
I dare you to fire me, sir.
I have the means. Right now. I'll just X them out. Have you seen that? You're talking about Grimlock. Have you seen that Gen 1 Grimlock statue that they made recently?
No.
Looks really cool.
But I want it already.
Yeah, it's a plastic statue, like the Power Rangers ones that I've been buying. I don't think it's that same company. I'm not sure who makes it, but I'll have to find that and send it to you.
A guy I went to high school with, like, invited me to his bedroom to show me his Grimlock, which I know sounds like really wrong, but I was like, yeah, see this Grimlock. And then I got there and it was the Age of Extinction Grimlock. It was like the most bait and switchy thing ever.
Oh no!
And his room was gross too, on top of it.
That's unfortunate. He just wanted to show you his gross room.
Yeah, his gross, greasy Grimlock.
Ugh. Yeah, this was a GameStop thing. And here, I'll put it on the display over here for you guys, and then I'll send it to Austin here. But yeah, that's that Grimlock. It's pretty cool looking.
Oh, here, I have the stream open. I might.
Well, I'm sending it to you on Discord.
Whatever.
There's the link. It's right there.
Let's see this. Let's see.
I'm about to take it off the screen just to be irritating.
Okay. All it did was it took me to the website and it was like, what language do you speak? And I said English, and then it took me to GameStop.ca.
Oh, really? That's all it did?
I'm gonna try again.
That's so weird.
Maybe I picked the wrong language.
That's really strange. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just being like, what do you speak? English, American, or French?
Oh my god. Why doesn't anything work today?
Well, and I think it's just the GameStop website. I think they're just stupid.
It sounds like it. Okay, I just sent it to you on Skype.
Yes.
He wants it. He wants it so bad.
I want it so bad.
I have, because they had crazy sales recently, I have almost the whole collection already of the Power Rangers ones, and I'm so excited about them. They're great. I'm waiting for the last 3 to come in, and then I've got them all. I'm so excited.
See, if I went to somebody's room to see that Grimlock, it would have been a way better payoff.
Daniel Park, Superhero Rewind Loki. I don't know if that will ever necessarily happen. The TV show thing is up in the air because they take so much longer to watch and take notes on and stuff. And right now I'm doing an unscripted version, which theoretically there's more of a chance for TV shows and longer things like that on that show, just because I wouldn't have to spend as long making the video itself. But I mean, still watching through it and getting all the notes taken and deciding what to talk about and stuff would still take some time.
So if you do a rewind on Loki, you should make sure the last 15 minutes are you just talking about other rewinds you will do in the future.
And I should play a version of Captain Logan that's not named Captain Logan and technically isn't the same character.
Yeah, and you should just be crazy. You can put your hair up and be like, "Argh." I don't know.
If I put my hair up, it would be insane.
Yeah.
I did just get my hair cut, so it's not as long as it was, last week when I had it in a ponytail, but it's still pretty.
It's very Riddler and Forever.
That's what people keep saying. Is it though?
Okay, but if you go like that, and if it's in slow-mo, then I don't see Riddler.
What do you see? What do you see? Okay,
one of those 90s movies like...
Where is this going?
Pour some sugar on me starts playing. Everything goes in slow-mo.
Yeah, or we got to do that formula in every Lego movie. Have you noticed that?
I've only seen 2 Lego movies, so is it in all of them?
Well, maybe it's just those 2, but it's weird that they did it again in Batman. They also did it with Barbara Gordon, just like they did it with Wild Style. It's weird.
They should do it where it's that, but it's like a sad version of the song. Where it's like they're like shaking it and it's in slow motion. And it's like, pour some sugar on me in the name of love.
I don't know why the first place where my mind went was Tom Petty. Oh, you don't have to live like a refugee.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Baby, baby, baby. Don't. Don't
do me like that. That'd be great.
Chewbacca's lover, you need to fall in love with a twin to complete the joke. He's talking about the Loki thing.
Oh, you can dress up in drag and talk to yourself. And be like, what would? Okay.
We have this whole will I, won't I thing with is he gonna make out with himself?
What is girl Captain Logan's name?
Uh,
Um,
Logan, because that can also be a girl's name. She has the exact
no,
same name as me.
no, we need like a
But I
proper
like
girl.
Logan as a girl's name. I've always thought it was cute. If my wife liked it, I would have named one of our girls Logan. Because I think that's so great. And I couldn't do it because she didn't like it.
I mean, yeah, if I was at a bar and a girl was like, "My name's Jim," I'd also be like, "Hello."
You haven't met female Logans?
No.
Oh no, that's a thing. It's not especially unusual either.
I'll take your word for
You
it.
jerk face.
Hey, my middle name is like a gender neutral name that is mostly for girls, so I get it.
What is your middle name?
Well, I'm not gonna say it
No,
now.
you don't get to do that. I hate it when people do that crap. You wouldn't even believe my middle name. What is it? I'm not gonna say. What? Don't tease me about it. You see, oh, I know your middle name. Wait, no, I don't know your middle name.
It's the dream phone
Because your
thing where it's
last
like,
name is friggin' hyphenated.
yeah,
God.
it's like the dream phone thing where it's like, I know who it is, but I'm not telling.
That guy, no, but Logan can be a girl's name. Thanks, folks in the chat. It totally can. Austin doesn't know what the heck he's talking about right now.
My middle name is Dakota.
Is it really?
Yeah.
North or south?
Goes both ways.
See, I was almost about to say, like, he's never heard that one before, but he probably hasn't because he doesn't tell people his middle name.
No, I used to at my old job. I used to have to like handle the like bank deposits and stuff for this law firm, and I was like pretty close to a lot of the tellers at the different banks. And I remember one of them was talking to me about my middle name, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't talk about it. And then a few weeks later, I went in to do a personal transaction, and they looked up my account. They're like, oh, your middle name is Dakota. It's on your account. I was like, it's a invasion of privacy.
Dakota. That's a really interesting choice for a middle name.
Yeah, and both of my parents have origin stories for why my middle name is
And
Dakota.
they're both different?
And they're both different, yeah. So I don't my both my parents have this where it's like they both tell the same story, or like that type of thing where it's like a different story but the same thing, or they will both have the exact same story of a thing that happened to them, and I'm like, okay, but it can't have happened to both of you. Clearly it has to, like, one of you is lying.
Where it's really specific, they weren't both there. It was like on a Wednesday, I was trampled by an elephant. It's like one of you, sure.
Yeah,
But
like both of them are like, yeah, on my like G2 driving test, I like went to park and like the snowbank fell into the car, and me and the like trainer had to like dig the car out, and I'm like, that happened to both of you. That happened to one of you.
that guy, okay, Mr. Logan isn't a girl's name, but my middle name is Dakota.
I know it's awful, right? Especially like I grew up around when Dakota Fanning was like a big thing. It's
His
terrible.
middle name is North Dakota. He's Austin, North Dakota, Emery Smith. It just rolls
then it's
off
like-
the tongue.
Austin, Texas, like Austin, Dakota.
That's a really good point. Why on earth, if your first name was a major city in a U.S. state, would your middle name be any other U.S. state?
I know, it's terrible.
I don't mean to make fun of your parents, but what?
Yeah, I know, it's awful.
God, that's great. Okay, Super Billy, $5 super chat. Is it disrespectful to retcon /
Yes.
alter previous? Okay, moving right along. Previously
That's what you
established.
gotta do on the live shows. Yes, boom.
Well, thank you so very much for my super chat, for your super chat, and I will be ejecting Austin, North Dakota, Emery Smith at the next available moment. Is it disrespectful to retcon / alter previously established stories and characters without the consent of the original creators / prior contributors, even in context of evolving ongoing narratives? That sounds to me, sir, like a depends question. What do you think?
Yeah. I am wearing my Depends right now because that depends.
So I'm gonna go to an obvious and almost kind of silly immediate response. This is the first thing that came to me, which is, well, I mean, what if the creator is dead, but like you still have the rights to use the character and do things with it? It's like, well, you can't get the consent. Like anything we do with Spider-Man now, the creators are dead.
We'll
But
dig them up.
But beyond, I just want to go to TBG and shake their hand, appreciate the man.
Yeah.
Is it disrespectful to retcon, alter previously established stories and characters without the consent of the original creators / I think if the cynical response is if the creator signed their characters or stories or ideas or whatever over to a company, whoever has the rights to it, it has the right to do whatever they want with it, just in a obviously kind of legal way. I think it's ultimately kind of like jerk-facey and unfair if you go too far against the original spirit of a thing. So like maybe it just depends on what you're doing with it. I think whatever you do with that thing could be disrespectful, but I think everybody's going to draw a line at a different place to decide what exactly that is. I mean, like, there's a lot of people that probably think all kinds of stuff that Dan Slott did with Spider-Man was disrespectful to the original vision of that character. I thought a lot of it was just fanficky and not great, but like I could see people being like legitimately offended by some of the choices made in that run. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Just case by case. Like, there's certain things. One example, the first one that like leaped out to my head, the Watchmen HBO show. They like drastically change Ozymandias' like outlook on his plan at the end of that book, and I really hate it. And it like I don't know. I just got news in. We have breaking news, everybody.
At 3 a.m. It actually, at this point, Ben, is 3 a.m, but not all over the world.
But for this person, it's probably
Tonight,
like
all over the world.
For this person, it's probably like 3 p.m. This is Connor, who just got out of Venom 2.
Oh, and it's like 1 a.m. for Connor. Actually,
Yeah.
midnight for Connor. What'd I say, 3? It's 3 for you. It's 2 for me. Anyway, oh no, what did he say?
He said something with profanity that I can't repeat, and then he just says, "I really don't like these Venom movies." So I feel like I'm probably gonna have his reaction if I see it.
Yeah,
but maybe
probably
not.
so.
I don't know. I could have the Dan thing if it's more of what I think is funny about the first one.
It sounds like we're probably just all gonna feel the same way about it that we did with the first one potentially. But I mean, I've not seen it yet, and we're looking at two guys, and I don't like to look at early reviews usually. So
yeah, I'm probably not gonna see it too. I'm on the fence on seeing No Time to Die next weekend too. I was like gung ho, whatever. And now I'm hearing some stuff, and I'm like, I don't know.
I never fully trusted that project.
Oh, I never did too. It was always like a
cautiously optimistic.
Cautious. I'm just a Bond fan, so it's like if it's good, then I'll be happy.
Obviously,
it is getting good reviews, but it also sounds like it's going to be a very polarizing movie.
Man.
Like it's going to be one of those. So.
Good reviews don't tell you anything, and bad reviews don't necessarily tell you anything either. But like in this day and age, especially, because I'm sorry, I feel like especially professional critics, there's a lot of people that aren't actually looking at the merits of a film itself so much as more superficial things. About so without getting into politics and stuff. I feel like
it's 3 a.m. Let's start calling out people.
No, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do that. I am gonna get going pretty soon. We've been at this for an hour, and I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up somewhat early in the morning, and I'm getting my tattoo tomorrow, and I should probably be fresh for that. So.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if you're like sleepy, you won't feel it, right?
Well, maybe so, but I gotta drive there. And it's not the easiest part of town to park in, so I should probably have my wits about me a little bit.
Take what the kids are calling an Uber.
I could do that, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
gonna go hang out with my sister-in-law. She and I are getting tattoos together, and I don't want to, get in an Uber, with her. Like I could drive her somewhere. I'm too tired. Let's take an Uber.
What if you call the Uber before she gets there and she arrives and she is the Uber?
Well, that would be amazing. It would be, I guess, her first day on that job.
Yeah.
Spider-Fan, what is the best 90s Image comic character? Legitimately best, I don't know. Because I didn't read much outside of Spawn. I mean, with the stuff I know, it's probably either Darkness or Witchblade. That's my response.
Those Darkness games are both on like the Xbox store. I'm thinking I might check that out because I've heard they're pretty good.
I have too. I bought them both years ago and I've never played them. I haven't looked at a frame of those. I just have them in my collection.
All I know is you got guns and there's like 2 Venom heads that are like above you and they eat things.
Yeah, those are a big part of the blog. The little demon minion things that follow you around.
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. How would you handle MCU Silver Surfer? First, we got to fix the MCU. We got to drastically pull back the quantity, get the quality back up.
Yeah.
And then introduce Silver Surfer, and make it good. That's my pitch.
You just got to play Silver Surfer straight, man. I mean, I don't think that's a difficult character. He's one of those characters where there's not a lot of different ways to do him. Just take him straight off the page, make sure that he's talking pretty heightened and Shakespearean, make him, pretty stoic and make him powerful enough and not taken out by walls that you bump into.
No, they'll take their inspiration from that, but they'll introduce him in Thor 4 so that Taika Waititi can define the MCU surfer, and he'll be a surfer dude.
He's gonna make him a surfer dude? Yeah, but somebody already beat him to the punch on that. Do you realize that? That's what was done with him in Superhero Squad in the 2nd season. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but then Taika Waititi will be like, what if we did that?
But it was not improv. Funny?
No, but it was improv. Like, we don't have a script.
For a second, I thought you said, what if we did that, but he's played by Shia LaBeouf. And,
I mean, that could work.
So what we're basically saying is the title for the MCU Silver Surfer movie should be, you die, you die, you die, you die, you die.
Yeah, well, that'll be the movie. It'll be him in a time loop just dying. Oh, yeah, I also agree that there will be naked jokes about Silver Surfer, and there will be a scene where he puts on clothing and he walks around with clothes.
And isn't that hilarious? Yeah, they can't play anything straight.
And it'll be like, dude, look at me, I'm wearing a sweater.
It's Encino Man, Silver Surfer.
Look at that, dude. It's radical.
Austin, I gotta go to bed, man.
Yo.
This was pointless. Thanks for... You always do this. It's always 3 a.m. You're like, okay, I'm going to go eat my dinner now. It's like, what if you got 12 hours without food?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm probably going to just put this over at Patreon.
You should keep it on here and see what happens.
I don't know if I should keep this up.
Make the thumbnail a picture of toast. And put commentary over the toast. And then maybe how we felt about it.
Everybody please press play right. Wait a minute.
Everybody please press toast right now.
Why do I have an Alabama accent right now?
I don't know. What accent do you want me to give you?
I don't know, but why is it that? Why am I Southern now? Why am I that Southern? Like, I'm originally from the South. I have no twang. You guys have listened to me. Although, if I told you about this, if I go back home, if I go back to Arkansas and I'm there for any amount of time, the drawl comes back a little bit. Nobody believes me when I tell them this because they can't imagine me with a Southern drawl, but it does. It comes back.
See, I just do voices, and it doesn't always match who I'm making fun of. Like, I remember one time I did like a ditzy Valley Girl impression while like imitating my dad. Oh, just voices.
Yeah, you would just give everybody like the most random. I mean, you're just rolling a d20 to decide what voices people are gonna have.
Yeah, I don't care if I entertain anybody. I just want to entertain myself.
That's your life philosophy. That's what you should get a tattoo of. Just that sentence.
Oh yeah, my forehead. It'll like be really fine print.
Is that a thing you would ever do?
What, get a tattoo?
And I don't mean specifically on your forehead, but just a tattoo. Yeah.
Ooh, so I was always against it, and then in the last few years I've been more open to it, but I also can't tell if I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. It'll all come down to...
I'm nervous, you guys. I'm worried I'm gonna walk in there and be like, yeah, maybe not. That sounds painful. We're gonna see how it goes.
Get like a training wheel tattoo. Get like,
I don't want a tattoo of a training wheel.
get it on your hips so it looks like you have training wheels.
What would a training wheel... Would it be like that joke in Friends where Phoebe can't deal with getting a tattoo, so she just gets a dot, and then she goes around and tells everybody it's a tattoo? Let me see your tattoo. Okay, here it is. And, like, you can't because it's just a dot. I hope I don't do that. And imagine having to pay for that. Well, I mean, we put a needle on your skin. Give us $5.
Or you could put like the rub one on where you're like, look at me, dude. I got Godzilla on my arm, and he's like, half of him's gone.
I think most people can sniff out a temporary tattoo.
Not always. You'd be surprised.
My sister-in-law, in trying to decide what tattoo she wants to get, because she has I don't know, 4 or 5 already, I think, and she got a bunch of temporary tattoos in the mail to try to like come up with ideas, and she just got like all excited about it and used a bunch of them, and she was sending me pictures, and she was like, she's like, I have a problem. I want all of these. And she just kept sending me pictures. It was really funny.
That reminds me of like my mom when she got married. They had like a fake plastic ring. It was, I guess, like it was bought to see if she would like it, and then they would get like the actual ring like made. And she wore like her ring for like 8 years, and then like she started getting like an infection on her hand, and like her ring turned green, and then she realized that she had been wearing the plastic one for years.
For 8 years, and she didn't know it? She had like the Lex Luthor kryptonite poisoning thing over plastic?
Yeah, like it was really bad because she was like, oh my god, like I can't wear my wedding ring. It was like, wow. It's a sign.
Anyway, we're going to get going, folks. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us tonight. This was an absolute blast. We will see you again, Austin and I, next Friday night. He and I are going to be doing we announced this earlier in the stream we did before. More people will probably watch this. But we, if I keep it live, people are asking me to keep it live. I might. We didn't. I don't know. We didn't go to profanity or anything. And then Chewbacca's lover was like, "Well, if you put it on Patreon, you have to do an F-bomb at the end."
Just say the word and I'll do it.
So I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, next Friday night, Austin and I are gonna. It'll be late again. Not this late, but it'll be late again after 10, and we're gonna do a mini set of commentaries on some Spider-Man 90s cartoons. So look forward to that. A little mini marathon.
Yeah, and then after that, we'll come back on at 3 a.m. and perform a 1-act play, completely impromptu,
called Because Toast.
That'll be what it's called. Yeah, and it'll be like, I'm the toast man.
The toast. I'm the toast man. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. You're great, and weren't necessarily expecting anybody at 3 a.m. So thanks for popping in, and we will see you again in the not too distant future. I was Captain Logan, and this was the Day Toast.
Oh yeah, I love powdered toast, man.
Powdered toast, man.